I got popular in social media very rapidly, and in US we don't have any help at all. So I like social media, I like to work, I like my family, but I think in due course of time I was just carried away with all these interviews and everything, and I used to come home very late, like 7:38, and I assumed that my wife was okay in putting that extra effort and taking care of the kids. She drops the kids, she picks up the kids, she drops in the classes. And one day, the person from the kid school called me and then said that, when are you going to pick the kids up? I said, what happened to my wife? That really hit me hard. Really hit me hard. Despite being a medical professional, I myself did not cater that much. Then I sat back and I had a long discussion. We had multiple discussions. I said, then we realized how we get carried away easily. In my case, it was in terms of social media. But there are so many people in terms of money and reputation. Is that common?
That's very common because child work, child care, and housework is boring. Parenting is a very boring job. We must be clear about it. It's not interesting because the rewards are not going to be immediate. No child is going to stand up and say, Appa, you're the best boy, dad on earth. And I'll repeat that. No child is going to stand up and say, Appa, you're the best dad on earth. Probably the child will reflect on this when that child is 30 years old or 35 years old and then realize, oh, my dad was the best version of dadhood ever. He did so many different things. Now I can draw from his experience and transfer this knowledge forward. This is the realization the child will have, and it realizes the worth at that particular age. That maturity comes only at 30, 35. So 30 years I keep doing some invisible job that nobody is going to appreciate. This is very, very boring. But that's why adults should support other adults, help them out, because children are not going to function. They're not going to add any value here. They're actually going to subtract value.
Yes.
We adults have to support each other, form this World Parenting Council, help cheer up other parents, motivate them, give them knowledge so that they're able to make their life simpler.
So with this advent of social media, I think the situation is increasing. That situation is better. That parenting and families being men is also getting involved in the care. They are supporting the wife, at least on social media. What is happening practically at your patient level?
No, I think men are having double standards. They know that their social role is now elevated. They have to be a little more attentive to the wife's needs. And as you say, on social media, they give the best gifts. They do everything. These material things are so easy to do. The non-material things, the intimate things, the conversations, any relationship, there is a lot of repair work to be done. In haste, we say certain things, or we forget certain things, or there is a misunderstanding, and then we have to sit back and relax and talk about it, have these negotiating conversations, diplomatic conversations. That's an area where men are really lacking. They don't know how to repair a relationship. They say something in great anger, and then they say, oh, I'm always angry, that's how I am. That's like, this movie that Mr. Kamal Hassan acted. Oh, that's my disease, you tolerate it. Yes. Oh, they medicalize their moral errors now. So this has been going on for long, and women are very severely traumatized. You will not, maybe you will, because you're seeing some of our clients. There is a lot of issue, there's a lot of medicalization going on because women there's still stigma, they cannot meet a psychiatrist. And admittedly, we are expensive because we are seeing so many clients, we cannot offer the services at such low prices. And government hospitals do not have this, they're not equipped for this. So they meet other doctors and talk about their, psychological issues, the things that are not present, they're deprived of, that they don't get in their life, that lack of fulfillment. And the body keeps a score all the time. Whatever they have been abused of, harassed or shamed in public or put down. In India, there is this issue of mother-in-lawism, sister-in-lawism, co-sisterism. So many issues. So women are battered all over. And this affects them. And because they're, the sum total of harassment that goes on with the woman, she's not able to focus much on parenting. She seeks the other partner to help, and that guy is also absent in his mind. That's where the problem comes. So I think men should focus, be very intentional about being the available parent, being the adequate parent, train themselves in parenting because they are not trained. Their dads did not do it.
Correct.
So they don't have a role model and they think it's a woman's job. They don't know it's a man's job.
I was raised thinking it was a women's job. Yeah, I didn't have my dad.
Because men have to understand that children look up to dads as their fun partners. The mothers are the stricter ones.
Correct.
They say this is a bedtime, this is food time, this is homework time, whatever. And the dad says, it's okay, come, I'll take you out. Let's go for a ride, something like that. Then the children actually look forward to dad because when he comes, the house lights up.
Right.
And when the dad lights up here, the children feel betrayed. Oh, you came here and you're not happy to see us? We run towards you in great joy. You don't run towards us in that much joy. You're not reciprocating. So children feel let down. So men for their on their defense, they say we are tired. You know how difficult the traffic is.
No, money.
That's
We
also
are-
there.
We are earning money.
So men think bringing in the money actually fulfills that's their role. If I
Correct.
fulfill it, then I've been a good dad.
Correct.
But children don't care about the money. They care about the time spent, the memories made, the conversations they had, the knowledge that gets transferred in a fun way. I remember a lot of things that my dad taught. I don't remember him spending money on me. It was not important to me. But good things that I do now come directly from my dad. And I tell my children, this is what your granddad taught me. This is what has helped me. This is what I want you to learn. What would Tata say to this? They'll all chorus say that. Tata would say, Teedum nandrum piratharavara.
Is that right? You say that?
Yeah, he would say that. A lot of my Tamil comes from my dad.
Oh.
He would always say, Eva makkal, moa marundu.
And you teach
All
that to
my
kids?
children know that.
Ah.
Eva makkal, if I say Eva makkal, they'll say moa marundu.
Wow. Wow. For the English audience, can you translate that?
Eva makkal, moa marundu means if I don't have to tell my children what they have to do, then they are like my medicine for 3 different births. Because without me having to tell, they already know it. Then they're like my medicine. They will make me hale and healthy.
But I'm going to argue, like 20 years ago, 10 years ago, we have been seeing men as the sole breadwinner, correct? And we were being raised upon a family where, okay, family means men is the winning breadwinner, so they will bring money and wife will take care of the family. But now things have shifted. Money is also important for the family.
The money is important to what extent? It is important. Everything is one particular ingredient in the entire milieu. We cannot have too much of one thing. Sometimes men are in the rat race because it's not about the family. It's about their own ego, their own choice. They want to show to the world that they're the best man around. It's like, the feathers of the peacock. My idea is the best. My religion is the best. My money is the most. My car is the biggest. My bike is the loudest. This is what the men strive for. But that's for animals. That's for insects. Human beings are different. Men live through their produce of the mind. So how can you spread your what we call the meme? Meme is how the mind travels. So if we remember Thiruvalluvar.
Correct.
I don't remember my 4th grandfather. I don't know 4 generations ahead who was my grandfather or my grandma. I don't know. Do you know?
I know my grandfather and great grandfather.
Before that, we don't know.
Yes.
The 8th ancestor, we wouldn't know. But we know Thiruvalluvar, we know Avayar. How do we know them? Because of their mind work. Their memes have transferred themselves to so many generations. We are not even related to them, but we know them. We know the best produce of their mind. So that's what will always last. So how are we going to transmit to our children or somebody else's children all over the world, all children in the world? So men should focus on this. Like, I have to be there for my children. Money anybody can make. Government will give money for free in India. In Tamil Nadu, government of Tamil Nadu gives money. Each time a woman delivers a baby, government gives them money. So what does the husband give? The husband has to do the man's job, being there, protecting, providing, sharing, making them feel comfortable, safe, listened to, understood, appreciated, loved. That's the man's job.